And now U.S. intelligence officials say to fight fentanyl trafficking, they need to expand government surveillance programs. NewsNation correspondent Jorge Ventura joining us live from San Antonio with how this would work. Jorge.
Well, Natasha, CIA is looking to utilize a tool that it used after 9/11 that allowed them to spy on foreigners without a warrant. Now the intelligence agency wants to expand those powers when it comes to their fight against fentanyl.
The CIA is trying to persuade lawmakers on Capitol Hill to give the intelligence agency access to monitor foreigners suspected of trafficking fentanyl into the U.S. For the past year, the CIA has been pushing Congress to reauthorize Section 702 of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, or FISA, which would allow the CIA to conduct warrantless eavesdropping on foreigners with fentanyl ties.
Section 702 has always been there since the September 11th attacks happened, but usually it's been used to monitor electronic communications overseas that are based in U.S. providers. But now they're sort of wanting to open that up again to the traffickers.
According to a USA Today report, the CIA wants to monitor and spy on transnational crime organizations trafficking fentanyl from Mexico into the United States. The agency also wants to track the ingredients to make fentanyl coming from China that are being shipped into Mexico.
The threat from illicit drugs remains at historic levels, with Mexican transnational criminal organizations supplying and moving large amounts of synthetic opioids, such as fentanyl, into the United States. More than 100,000 Americans have died from drug-related overdoses during the past year, and most of those deaths have been attributed to illicit fentanyl.
As of today, the CIA could only use Section 702 against drug traffickers if it links them to one of the 3 certified threat groups. The intelligence agency is seeking a so-called Ford certification, which would allow U.S. spies more freedom to go after non-Americans involved in the fentanyl trade without having to make connections to certified threat groups.
702 has broken up some trafficking rings in China, but that's because they were tracking the Chinese in terms of manufacturing. They've always sort of tracked that. There's nothing new about that. But I think this will be different in that it will get the traffickers.
Now, the CIA does face an uphill battle when it comes to expanding Section 702 with lawmakers back in Washington, D.C., but the law is sunsetting on April 19 if Congress can't come to a consensus on how to reform it, Natasha.
And we appreciate that. Jorge Ventura with that live report. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.